Well, we made it to Colorado. This is another state that's on my my list of things to do for genealogy reasons. Now, I've been to Colorado a few years ago, but this particular location is going to be a new one to me. So that is going to be fun and exciting. Now, I tell you what's not fun and exciting. Well, besides Kansas in general, Kansas is not, gosh, you better have a good car, you better have a lot of gas and some food. That state is long and hardly anything in there. Kansas is apparently so poor that coming into Kansas, they had no welcome to Kansas sign. Well, going the other way out of Kansas from Colorado, guess what? They have no welcome to Kansas sign. You can clearly see across the road here, it says, leaving colorful Colorado. But there's absolutely no sign that says, welcome to Kansas. So essentially that bridge is going to be its marker. Just come here and get your free coffee. That's, I don't know. Alrighty, well, we're back on the road. Headed to Colorado. This is VintageElectronicsGeek.com, saying we'll see you in the next clip. Oh, check this out. A lot of the states let you chuck, move. California, de nada. So that's wonderful. One thing about Kansas, hardly seen any cops on the road, so that's kind of cool. VintageElectronicsGeek.com, signing off. Well, stopped here in Bennett, Colorado for some gas. Got some drizzle. Good thing about it though, the car is getting washed finally. Haven't had a chance to wash it on my trip at all. So I've got 4,000, almost 4,500 miles on the trip without having a chance to take it to the car wash. Just getting it now. Right now we're in Georgetown, Colorado. My great grandparents used to live here. He used to be a miner, silver miner, and fire captain, fire chief. And so we just stopped off here at the visitor center, checked it out. It's raining. It sucks, but it's raining. And so now we're going to go down to his firehouse and check it out. Well, I'm here at my grandfather's fire station here in Georgetown, Colorado. My grandfather was fire chief, I believe, at this firehouse. I don't know exactly the time frame or the years, but I know my family resided here from about 1875 through around 1910. And they moved from here sometime after the turn of the century. I'm really not sure when, but it's sometime around that time frame. I hate this stupid zoomy thing. So as you see, it says Old Missouri 1875. So my grandfather was one of the first individuals to here. Now this was a volunteer firehouse when it opened up, and this was the first firehouse here in Georgetown, Colorado. There ended up being 2 firehouses here in Georgetown. I think the other one was called Fire Hose or something like that. Now, real quick before we get into the building, from what I can tell, this walkway is original. This house was also original, and that house was original. Time period about when the firehouse was built. And I do believe this as well. Now, I could be totally wrong. I'm not a historian on Georgetown or any of these buildings, but in my research, this is what I found. So please fact check me, and don't take anything I say to be the gospel. Let me point out something to you real quick in case you didn't see that the first time. There's a door right there and a window, and there's no place for you to go with the door. Well, originally there used to be a balcony here, and you would be able to come out and stand on that balcony and look down on this park that I showed you across the way. Now this park, they used to have parades, fireworks, stuff like that back in the day, and so you were able to employees anyway was able to stand up on that balcony. I would imagine that balcony was used for other things, but over time the balcony was removed, I think for dry rot reasons or safety reasons or something like that. The bell, it is original. They kept that. The building is no longer used for what it was intended for. It looks more like storage looking through the window. I won't stick a camera in the window for, you know, privacy reasons. You can pause your video to watch that, to read that. It's raining. It's freaking cold. It's gosh, probably 40 degrees or less. Hands are cold and frozen. So we have a window over here. Now I don't recommend you guys, anybody, to do this, because I'm currently on private property trespassing. So by all means, don't do this. I haven't spoken to anybody to get permission to do this. Behind the firehouse is now private property belonging to that greenhouse. But there used to be continuation of the building, and this is where they would keep their fire carts and equipment, stuff like that. if you pause the video, that first plaque right here that I read, showed you, would tell you all about it. I'm going to walk down here, and as you can see, this pavement is definitely broken up, so be careful walking on this, especially if you're filming. Got one eye in the camera, one eye not on the sidewalk. You'll probably trip. So for privacy reasons, I'm not going to swing towards the house. I'll let you look at the beautiful park and the mountain, and then we'll come back up here and look at that. We'll zoom into the bell. I know it's not the greatest. But that's very cool. Now, the other firehouse, I believed, and I'm gonna go see if I could confirm this. I don't remember anymore. I believe it either morphed into a modern day firehouse or it morphed into a museum, one or the other. This town is quite special to me. This is my first time in Georgetown. Been wanting to come here for a while, so finally glad I got to. This town is where my mom's side of the family is from. So down in New Mexico is my mom's dad's side of the family. So this is really super duper cool. And by super duper cool, I mean it's cold. My fingers are frozen. So I think I'm going to end the video at this point, mainly so I can get into the car and warm up. Really don't want to get in the car. Really enjoying this. Alright. Kill the video and see where we can go from here. Thanks for watching. Okay, here we are, maybe half hour, 45 minutes later. Stopped raining, but I did jump back in the car for about 10 minutes, let my hands warm up, and then I jumped back out, walked up and down the street, took pictures for myself, my sister, and my wife. So yeah, 3 cameras doing that. For them, I had 1 camera in each hand, and then for me, I have my SLR in the other separate shoot. So now I'm down at the other end, and I'm doing video now for you. And right there is the firehouse that we originally shot. Right there's the bell tower. And so we got really nice, awesome hills. It's cold out. It's 40 or below, maybe 38. We do have snow up on those mountains right up in there, and when I get that far I'll show you. But I'm going to walk down this street. We're right here on Taos and 10th Street, and we're going to walk down this way, and we're going to look at some of the historic buildings and church and school. So this is probably going to be the same footsteps that my grandfather and maybe my grandmother, she came down to visit, walked. So it's going to be really cool for me. Again, cool as in freaky deaky cold cool, and as historically cool. So I may talk fast, I may stutter because it's cold and I want to get back in the car where it's warm. Most of these sidewalks, as stated, are time period 1890-ish, give or take. The park here is current, or not current, but time period. However, they put in this stuff right here, which is recent, which is new. I'm not sure what this is supposed to represent. I don't know if that's supposed to represent Georgetown, old district, which I'm thinking it is. So we'll go ahead and start our walk. And I do apologize, but in order to cover both sides of the street, I'm probably going to pan left and right. Hopefully not too terribly fast, but will just the same. I don't know how much narrative I'm going to offer, but I'll do my best. I keep looking behind my shoulder, make sure I'm not in the road. I really like these houses. These are very, very nice houses. I would imagine this is historical district, and with most historic districts, you know, you can only do what they tell you could do to them, which is generally fix them back up the way how they were originally. Now, looking at the ground here, it looks like it's starting to rain again. Anyway, so we see this house right here. Now, I'm not going to get on anybody's property, so we'll zoom in. Circa 1875. So 1875 is about the time my grandfather was in town, made it to town. So these are definitely houses that he would have seen. These are definitely streets he would have walked. So we have 1879 there. And if we look at the fencing, fencing's all time period. Nice old broken sidewalk. I know I've had a lot of people drive by and look at me like I'm crazy. But check this house out. This is awesome. That's a beautiful house. And that's a church. We're going to check that church out. That right there, that's a school. And a nice, another lovely home. This was dated 1874. Altitude. We're about 8,700, 8,500 feet in the air. Now, if you're out of shape, this might wind you. This is my third time walking up and down this street, and we do have a slight incline on it. I'm not tuckered, but I am cold. My little bony hands are cold. This is Our Lady of Lourdes Catholic Church. As you can see, it was built 1875, burned in 1917, and then this present day structure was built in 1919. Howdy. Alright, so right now we're on 9th Street in Taos. That's a school. That's Clear Creek County Master Gardens Native Plant Demonstration Garden, built in 2014. I'm pretty confident my grandparents did not see that. You got this right here, First Presbyterian Church. That I worked out in my head. What'd that say? Really nice church. When I go across the street, we'll take a peek at that. Dated 1874. Pause your video to read that, because I'm trying to make my way to the car. Here's the school. It looks like the date above that window is 1874. I could not begin to tell you if my grandmother, aunts, cousins, nephews, nieces, whatever, went to this church, to this school. That is cool. Sorry for that fast pan. Don't know if you could hear it, but it sounds like 5 O's after me. Ha ha. And starting to rain. A little more heavier. This is a nice house right here. So I'm gonna have to double time harch it. My cell phone's waterproof, but my DSLR strapped on me is not. It'll handle some water, but not too terribly much. Speaking of which, I thought I wore my Nikon D7000 out because along this trip I was starting to have some issues. But I put my okay, that's 1872. Put one of my other lenses on and it's been firing just fine. So no problems. So I apparently wore the lens out. So that's cool. It's not the camera, it's the lens. We're just going to go down here to the corner. These two buildings, and we'll end the video here. We're going to call it a day here and trek back up to Denver. Friends to meet up with, and that's where our room's at for the night. Denver's about an hour up the road from us. Alrighty, that's about it. I'm going to walk out in the street, see if I can find the snow and aim the camera that way. Otherwise, this video for now is done. The snow is in the fog. Right up there, you can see some snow. Okay, that's it for this video. Thanks for watching. We will catch you in the next clip. VintageElectronics.com, signing clear from Georgetown, Colorado. Okay, so here we are about 5 minutes later. I warmed up, it stopped raining. Didn't really warm up. I just ain't hurting from the pain from the cold. Anyway, I'm going to show you something. Don't laugh. There you go. We're not that far from where we left off. I hear a helicopter. I'm not seeing it. We're, like I said, not that far from where we left off. A little bit down the street. So I'm doing photos and I'm doing videos, so this section of the video is going to be broke up and magically glued together as I work multiple cameras. This right here is Alpine Hose number 2. It's also a old fire station. This came after Firehouse number 1, Old Missouri, where my grandfather had worked at. And we'll get to the other side here in a moment, but I just thought I'd do from this angle for a wide angle shot. And here we are looking at the back side of number 2. Well, that didn't sound very good, now did it? But hey, you know what I'm talking about. I'm going to pan the camera behind me because I'm here and I'm not going to walk back here for this. Show you this church. This here's look both ways. The street before crossing. Grace Episcopal Church. Organized in 1867, constructed 1869 to 1870. So definitely something here when my grandfather was here. Now I don't know if I mentioned this, because I don't remember what I said a while ago. It's been a while. Oh, the old church bell. Was that this town started about 1875. I thought my grandfather was one of the early settlers, but I don't think so. Or actually, maybe it was a little sooner than that, 1860s when this town was established. I don't know, fact checked me. But I think it was about 7 years later after the town started that my grandfather showed up. So, hey, who knows? He could have. I'm going to pause this video real quick. We're going to look at this building. But I need to take a picture of that bell because I didn't see it. Okay, got my pictures taken. We're going to look at this whole building here. J. Snetzer Merchant Taylor. Nice old building. There's my Jeep. Hey, good news. It rained pretty good coming here. So, my Jeep finally got washed. Ain't that exciting? Alright, so we're coming up on the front side of Alpine Hose, which as you see is now a museum. And they're only open certain hours of the year. And what I mean by that, just like May or something retarded. Pause the video if you want to read that. You know, come over here and we're going to trip and break our head. Oh, there we go. We can see the snow now. I'm not sure if that basketball court is original. I'm not sure if my grandfather played hoops here or not. So apparently that's some kind of school right there. Okay, that will end it for this video. Not sure where I'm going from here, but I'm sure I'll catch you in the next clip.